Oh, okay, so if you had a daughter, what advice would you give her regarding boys or men?
When I have my daughters, I'm gonna tell them to not waste time and spend time getting caught up in the hoopla of feeling like you need to be in a relationship. And to be kind and not nice. Nice is bullshit. It makes you like literally get treated like a doormat. So you need to be kind and an effective human being. I would definitely tell them, don't be nice. Anyone who tells you you should be nice is like probably trying to abuse you or take advantage of you, because that's bullshit. We don't tell men to be nice ever in society. I don't ever really hear that. So yeah.
I can subscribe to that.
Yeah.
I think, wow. I guess that more than anything, I feel like I would tell them to be like sensitive to like what they feel, and like don't subscribe to this cultural pressure of being like, I don't know, like being like this perfect individual. Like I feel like I would be super open with my daughters, like just do your thing. Like if you want to be, what I say, like sexually successful, like, you know, do your thing. Like I would just more or less like don't subscribe to like all that bullshit.
What is sexually successful? What's that?
Like what people like would call, like, if a girl like slept with like, I don't know, like 5 guys, or she's like a slut. I would like, no, she's just sexually successful. Like, she does her thing. You know what I mean? She does her thing. You know what I mean? Like,
I love that.
Yeah.
That's I'm gonna steal that actually.
Yeah.
That's
So
nice.
yeah, like I think that would be like my biggest thing, because that shit like irks me. Like I hate that. Like, oh my god, she's like for doing this. Like, oh, do your thing. Do your thing.
Wait, can I ask you a question? What's the real deal with like what is your opinion, and then what can you tell me like the overall like collective men's view on having sex on first through third dates?
What's my view? You want to know my view then, and then what's like the general populace, what they feel?
Or like your friends.
Our friends and stuff like
Yeah.
that. I feel like, why not? What are we waiting for? You know? And that's just more, and I feel like women probably just want to fuck on the first night just as much as we do. It's more or less like they feel like this pressure, like I don't want to like come off as like a slut or whatever the case is, you know? Like, I feel like if it wasn't for that, a lot more people would be like screwing on the first night for sure.
I think that's so like not fair to women.
Not at all. I
Yeah.
don't, yeah. It's totally unfair.
I mean, it's impossible. It sets up this impossible schema that you can never fit, because if she's never supposed to have been with anybody else, but like you still want her to be active and like have
Yeah.
experience,
Right.
you have to have sex with people that have experience, knowing what to do. So, and also, especially I feel like because pornos are so big now and like the porn industry, there's this heightened expectation, I think you talked about it, of like how people are supposed to act, but like we all know that's not how real sex goes down. Like it's not that clean and cut. So it's just, I don't know. To me, it just creates like these kind of impossible standards
Yeah.
for women to reach. Either way.
Oh, it is.
So
I feel for you guys. I really do. Like I couldn't do it. I would completely just be an absolute whore. You know what I mean? Like, for sure, or whatever the fuck that even means. I would just have a lot of sex as a woman. I wouldn't really care. I just wouldn't care. Like why? Like who cares what people say about me? This is what I want to do, and it feels right. So let me do it.
yeah, but you would get so much negative.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, but it doesn't, no, you will give a fuck because you feel that when your girlfriends are judging you. And
I'm pretty sure my girlfriends would subscribe to the same shit probably.
hopefully,
Yeah.
right, but it takes a little while to find those people and to like find
Well,
yourself.
if it was me, like I like inherently am a person who sort of like likes to sort of be by myself. So even if I didn't have any friends, I wouldn't care. I don't need to have like a huge amount of friends. Like if I was a girl, I would not care about any of that.
Well, that's kind of why I started dancing.
Yeah.
Because I was just like, okay, I don't feel sexually liberated, and I'm 26, and my entire life, people have been telling me, oh, like, wait until you're grown to do this stuff. And it's like, okay, I'm grown now, and I should be having fun. Like, literally, I was just getting so much bad advice. It just didn't make sense. Like, people would say, you know, you should hook up with guys and, like, just have fun and, like, do you. But that wasn't really happening that way. Like I wanted a relationship, and I wasn't really trying to have like a bunch of just random casual sex. Like, and I also was getting a lot of unwanted attention from men. So like catcalling, people feeling on my ass in the club, like a regular club, people making comments, people kind of expecting you to have sex on first dates. That was just like, like I felt really depleted, and I felt like people were like enjoying and drinking up my essence and my beauty when I didn't really want them to. So I was like, fuck this, like I'm about to like get paid for it and have fun and, dance while I'm doing it. So it's been good, but I'm just learning the system's not really set up for women to win either way. Because I have lots of guys who, they see the dancing side and they have all these preconceived notions about who I am. And they have no idea that, I went to or go to now an Ivy League school. None of that. So like they just judge me before they even know me. And it's like, okay, well you just checked yourself off my list. That's great, but it is frustrating. So
I feel for you guys, man.
Let's see. What is your biggest regret from your last relationship?
Ugh. She's probably gonna kill me. My biggest regret is just investing so much time, Like it was 7 years. It's like 3 years shy of a decade of dating someone. So, and honestly, like I put that girl through hell.
I'm glad that you get a cookie just for admitting, because that's something that a lot of people would like to hear their exes say. Go ahead.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, yeah, man, like I put that girl through hell and back. Yeah, like cheated on her like so many different times, and she caught me so many different times, and yet she stayed. Yeah. Like
caught you in the act?
Oh no, never like in the raw act.
Okay.
No, that would have been insane. Just like shit that she's like saw on my phone and like emails, stuff like that, and like just seeing her, like how she would just like break down and just cry, and just like it was like knowing that I did that to someone was hard, only because like I was like the typical like nice guy finished last story. Like I was like nice, and like I would like date like these terrible people and like got my heart broken, and like I knew what that felt like. And after sort of like going through that phase, I always promised myself that I would never put someone through that same experience. And here I am with like this phenomenal person, and I just like put her through the ringer, you know what I mean? And that really sucked. So, yeah.
Have you forgiven yourself?
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, for sure.
Well, I've never been that person. I've been pretty goody two-shoes for the most part, in terms of like not cheating and staying faithful. I've done some other bad things, but
like what?
I'd rather not talk about it right now unless one of the questions brings it up. But
come on, let's make it interesting.
I mean, I'm pretty like, I used to have an issue with being very pacifist and being a doormat. So I was nice as well. And literally, like, I was raised in a culture and a household that told me, like, you need to be nice, like, you need to be likable and agreeable. But when you don't speak up in relationships, the resentment that you start to feel, it like eats away. It's like acid on the inside. And it comes out eventually. So I've definitely like had to let a couple of people like have some choice words on more than one occasion. Like that's kind of been something that I used to do in the past that I don't do anymore. Like I'm not about like arguing. I'm trying to be peace seeking and peace loving and like mindful communication. But of course, like having abandonment issues, whenever something happens, like me getting cheated on or whatever, a guy not maybe wanting to get serious yet, but I'm ready to get serious, there's always this like, there was this underlying fear of, okay, like the whole thing kind of coming like down in shambles. So I think that's where I was coming from, a place of fear. I used to date from a place of fear, basically before like 2016, essentially. I think most people do. And I feel like that's probably why a lot of relationships don't work out. Because if you're approaching something from a place of fear and you're not able to be your authentic self, and it's like doomed from the beginning. If we had a relationship, what do you see me doing that would end it? This is a negative question. If we had a relationship, what do you see me doing that would end it?
That would end it?
Me.
That what you would do that would end it?
I guess it's kind of like the fear question asked again.
Yeah.
Like, what am I provoking a fear for you?
I really can't say. The only thing I could possibly hint at is maybe, I don't know. I really can't say. I really don't know.
Well, I hope that you wouldn't cheat anymore. Did you learn your lessons from that?
No.
What? That's not good. Okay. Can you speak on that, please?
Yeah, for sure. And what I mean by that is, I just don't see what I did back then as cheating anymore, you know?
Oh, because you said you don't believe in the traditional. Okay.
Yeah. It's more or less like, yeah.
So now, would you be like upfront with someone?
For sure.
Maybe.
Like, yeah.
About what?
Like this is what I sort of like think a relationship should be, and day one. And you're either going to say, well, that's cool. I can dig that. Let's rock out, or that's not my flavor of relationships, and on to the next one, I guess. Yeah.
So just curious, would that include you having sex with other women? Like outside of the person you're dating?
Possibly.
Okay.
Yeah.
With her knowing or not knowing? Like.
Well, definitely, she would have to know.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Do you feel chemistry right now?
Yes, but I can't tell if it's because they made us look into each other's eyes for 30 seconds at the beginning, and every time we have to pass a question. So.
Well, it could have been awkward, right? It could have just been like.
That's true. That wasn't the case.
No.
I do feel chemistry.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. For sure, you're intelligent, and it's like not what people would expect. Sure.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, I understand how some guys would just assume that what you do and, like, sort of, like, pit, like, this expectation. It's like, I love, like, you know, that's totally not you at all. Whereas there's a lot of girls who might be like that, whereas you're definitely intelligent. That is very attractive and it's ridiculously sexy.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Do you want to take me out?
Yeah, I would take you out. My only concern is like, if you sort of like be into what I'm into.
In what way?
I don't know. Well, you kind of know how I view relationships.
Your relationship style,
Yeah,
you mean?
Yeah.
I'm not really into that, to be honest. But I would still go out with you and like kick it and see what happens, for sure. One step at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah.